We all have our quirks, but melancholics carry certain ones that defy logic and speak only through feeling. Habits that may seem odd from the outside, but feel like secret codes to those who feel too much. Quiet actions that reveal a heart that notices everything, that suffers in advance, that gets attached to what no one else sees. Today, I want to share some of those habits. And maybe as you listen, you'll realize that some of them have always been there, just waiting for someone to name them.
Some people only feel alive when the sun is out. But for some of us, it's the clouds that bring peace. Cloudy days carry a kind of silence that holds us, as if the world outside finally matches what we feel inside. Sad songs can lift us up more than the happiest lyrics, because it's not about the melody, it's about being understood. As if for a few minutes, someone finally put into words what lives in our chest. We miss things that haven't even happened, longing for the future, grieving what's not yet real. And deep down, there's this constant ache, as if the heart already knows something the mind hasn't caught up with. Sometimes just a beautiful landscape can make us cry, not from sadness, but from overflow. Too much beauty, too much feeling. It spills over in the form of tears. And still, with all of this, we feel like we don't belong. Like we were born in the wrong time, the wrong place, the wrong planet. Like we're a puzzle piece from a box that never got delivered. And then there's that voice, whispering in the back of the mind, judging, pushing, telling us we're never enough. Even when no one else is saying anything, it is. Because a melancholic's harshest critic lives inside them.
At night, the body lies down, but the mind stays wide awake, thinking, overthinking, remembering, imagining. It's like the brain refuses to rest because in silence, everything echoes louder. While others fall in love with real people, melancholies fall in love with maybes, with what could have been, but never was. A glance, a gesture, the brush of a hand, and suddenly there's a whole storyline playing in the mind, a romance that never happened, but hurts like it did. Our deepest wounds don't come from today. They come from childhood, from old, invisible gaps that still echo. A silent collection of broken hearts, kept like letters no one ever opened. Even in the middle of chaos, we find beauty in foreign words, in strange sounds, in symbols that seem to speak more truth than our own language, as if the soul is searching for its real home somewhere else. When we find something we love, we collect it, not for the sake of having things, but to hold on to meaning, because it's so rare to find something that truly touches us, that when we do, we want to keep it close so it doesn't disappear, so we don't forget what it made us feel.
Some people cross the street to greet someone. Melancholics sometimes cross the street not out of coldness, but to avoid the awkward performance, to escape the fake smile, the small talk, the quick nod.
Elevator talk feels tighter than the elevator itself. Talking about the weather, smiling on command, filling silence with noise, it all feels off. We weren't built for surface level. Celebrating birthdays? We'd rather not. Being the center of attention feels like punishment dressed as joy. Even if people say it's just a date, for those who feel deeply, nothing is just anything. Unannounced visits give us anxiety, not because we're unfriendly, but because we need time to prepare, even just to open the door. The house might be in order, but the heart usually isn't. And family gatherings, a minefield. Noisy rooms, invasive questions, pressure to perform normality. It's a tug of war between wanting to belong and needing to disappear. From a young age, many of us have felt like outsiders, like everyone else had the map, and we didn't. As if we were born speaking a different emotional language, and even inside our own homes, we were visitors.
Sometimes we care more about fictional characters than real people. Not because fiction is better, but because it speaks to us. We cry for them, root for them, and somehow a made-up moment hurts more than a headline. Melancholics feel for everyone, friends, strangers, even people who never asked for help. We suffer for others, sometimes more than they do themselves. Carrying their world often feels easier than holding our own. Even when we're surrounded by people we love, there's a quiet jealousy that creeps in. Not loud, not possessive, but painful, as if at any moment they might trade us in for someone lighter, simpler. Our love often begins in silence, from a glance, a gesture, a kindness. And before we've even said a word, we've already built an entire world with that person in our mind. A love that may never exist, but feels real just the same. And when it all becomes too much, humor walks in. Not the loud kind, the sarcastic one. The kind that masks the ache with a smirk. Because sometimes sarcasm is the only shield we've got when our heart has nowhere else left to hide.
Some colors say more than words. Blue, black, gray. Shades that don't scream, but hold us. It's like the melancholic eye prefers what's soft over what's loud, where comfort lives in the shadows, not the spotlight. There's a quiet fascination with the unnoticed, a distant sound, a foreign word, an old symbol tucked in a book. Tiny details that awaken something huge inside, as if they're clues to a world that finally makes sense. When something moves us, we keep it, not to hoard, but to honor. Because what touches a melancholic soul is never just a thing. It's memory, it's meaning, it's home. And while some rush to be seen, the melancholic often steps aside, not from fear, but from wisdom. Standing in the corner is a way to be present without noise, to observe without being asked to explain, to exist quietly but fully. If you saw yourself in any of these habits, maybe you're not strange. Maybe you're just rare. If this video spoke to you, leave a like, share it with someone who'd understand, and subscribe.
Here, you don't have to fit in to belong. And if you've ever wondered whether you were born this way or became this way over time, there's a video right here that might help you understand. It's called Born This Way or Broken Over Time. Watch it next. It might just connect the dots.